What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out some awesome battles submitted to the channel by a fellow content creator, XehrFelrose. He reached Legend with Defense Form Deoxys, Shadow Walrein, and Shadow Drapion in the Ultra League. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get right into it. Alright, getting into the first battle, we have Defense Form Deoxys on the lead versus a shiny Cresselia. Really nice flex right there, but ultimately a pretty neutral matchup right here. Ideally, you want to really come out of here with energy advantage, but you do also need to be careful about a potential like Scrafty lurking in the back, as it can do very well against XehrFelrose's backline. So Moonblast doesn't do that much damage. They're going to swap into Drapion, and there's the Scrafty. Hey Scrafty, I knew, you just know, you can sense it just lurking back there, and XehrFelrose knew that as well. So we're going to see the Sludge Bomb come out and do a lot of neutral damage right here. Now Scrafty's obviously going to probably be going for power-up punches right here, building up its damage, which makes it a huge threat both against Walrein and Defense Form Deoxys. So it's going to be up to this Drapion here to force shields, take out the Scrafty, get it as low as possible, and they do get one shield right there, which is huge. Hopefully they can get to another charge move. This is going to be so close. They do get to the Sludge Bomb in time. This is incredible because it's going to either take out the Scrafty or get two shields, both of which is big. It just completely flips the mid game and a surrender. Shadow Drapion. Wow. Really impressive right there. All right, moving into the next battle, we have Defense Form Deoxys on the lead versus Skuntank. Okay, thankfully, Defense Form Deoxys here can do neutral damage with counter, but it does need to watch out for the crunch there from Skuntank. But overall, this is looking pretty good, especially if they just want to go ahead. Oh, they try to catch the charge move there, and the opponent did a good job holding their energy as they decided to throw likely the Flamethrower right here for neutral damage, and that is a lot. Now, we do see Phalanx come in, which is very spicy. Does have access to Mega Horn, I believe, so the Defense Form Deoxys is going to have to watch out for that. But we do see the first shield go up in this game on the Shadow from the Shadow Drapion, and another crunch coming through right here as well. This might not get two shields here against the Phalanx. No, not very effective. They knew better. We're going to go ahead and see the Defense Form Deoxys come in, and they're going to go for the Rock Slide right here. Let's see if it gets a second shield. It does get a shield right there. Interesting that they didn't go for the Psycho Boost, but granted, Psycho Boost does lower your attack. So even though it costs, oh, and the Mega Horn, so much damage right there, saving all their shields for the Shadow Walrein in the back, but they're going to go ahead and shield the second charge move, and it is going to be the superpower. Now, Defense Form, oh, we see a swap out right away into the Shadow Skuntank, so they're going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide, and likely have to swap into Walrein to try to close this game out, which is exactly what they are going to do. Now, they could fully Powder Snow down, which is the option they are going for. They could have thrown the Ice School Spear right there, but they would have been energy dry. Ideally, especially with no shields on the field, you want to come out of this by fully farming down the Skuntank. That way, you're nearly at max energy right here. Phalanx does not want to see an Ice School Spear, as it's going to be doing neutral damage, and we don't know what that final Pokemon is going to be, but it's definitely going to not like, yeah, it's going to be the Komodo. It's good game. The opponent decided to surrender right there. Komodo, Dragon fighting, it would have taken super effective damage from Ice School Spear. Alright, we got Registeel on the lead right here. Pretty decent matchup overall. The team does well against it. Obviously, Registeel needs to land its hard-hitting charge moves, but against an XL Defense Form Deoxys, it's really not going to do that much damage. And as we see, because of that, there's going to be a no shield here on the lead. They're going to go ahead and do the swap into Drapion, noticing a common trend here, loading up energy with Defense Form Deoxys and swapping into Drapion to put a lot of pressure here in the mid game. So this crunch is going to be doing neutral damage. You got to hope for that debuff as well. No debuff right there, but Registeel is going to be answering back in kind. My lights are flickering. This is weird. Okay. They're going to go ahead and shield. I think that was the Zap Cannon. We see a Cresselia decide to swap into Drapion, so they are obviously very weak to Drapion in the back. It could be something like a Trevenant, considering how well Drapion would do against that. And if Cresselia is the best answer to a Drapion, they are definitely in trouble. So they're going to go ahead and let this first charge move go through. It is going to be the Moonblast. Doesn't do too much damage right there, but a second one will take it out. But we will see the Drapion just be so loaded on energy. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them decide to swap back out into Defense Form Deoxys at some point. There's the swap. Hard reading that there's something weak in the back, and you can still take out Registeel considering it's out of energy. Moonblast doesn't do too much damage, and this Defense Form Deoxys is loaded on energy. They're going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide right here. Now, I don't think this is going to do enough damage to take out Cresselia, so this could be very close. Yeah, not enough damage, and the Cresselia hangs on and is able to get to probably a Grass Knot here in time. It is going to be the Grass Knot. Defense Form Deoxys hangs on, and it's a counter down right there, able to get to it. Unless he decides to come in, it is going to be the Registeel, so they're going to go ahead and go for the Psycho Boost to do as much resisted damage as possible, and it gets a decent little chunk right there. Now, you're in a tough position. You got Registeel. It's pretty low on energy, but it does have 2 shields. You got Drapion with a lot of energy. Crunch is not going to be enough damage to one-shot it right here, so it may not force a shield right away. And there's something weak in the back. I'm going to be hard reading Trevenant right here myself. And no, it's going to be a Swampert, actually. Interesting. Maybe they made a mistake there, bringing the Cresselia into the Drapion, and this is a Water Gun Swampert as well. This is extremely spicy. Definitely, maybe it might be a misclick on the Pokemon, but ultimately I think this is just a really unique strategy. They're going to go ahead and bring in Walrein and just load up on energy, as Hydro Cannon is going to be resisted, doesn't do too much damage. They just got to watch out for the potential Sludge Wave or Earthquake, and I think the opponent knows it's over. They're trying to throw the charge move here. They're going to let it go. It's probably going to be the Earthquake or Sludge Wave. No, it's just going to be a Hydro Cannon, not too much damage, and they will be able to farm down, but not before Swampert can get to a second Hydro Cannon in time. Really, again, really interesting that they are running Water Gun. You could have seen that from the animations, and they decide to surrender, so that is going to be a good battle, very well played. All right, moving to the next one. We got Defense Form Deoxys on the lead in a mirror fight. So, yay. That's all I can say about this. Some of the worst mirror fights. Bastiodon versus Bastiodon. Skarmory versus Skarmory. Defense Form Deoxys versus Defense Form Deoxys. And they do have access to Thunderbolt. Now, Rock Slide and Thunderbolt are both doing neutral damage right here. Thunderbolt just does a little bit more, but Rock Slide costs a little bit less energy, so it's a give and take. And ultimately, we are probably going to see the bank of energy and swap into Drapion once that Defense Form Deoxys is energy dry right here. So let's see, no shields coming out. They're probably going to soak the next Thunderbolt here and then look to swap out. I imagine that's what their play is going to be, unless they just want to soft lose lead here and load up on it. Nope, there's the swap. I can predict. I've seen so many of XehrFelrose's battles throughout the past. If you've been following the channel, you guys have well. He's a fantastic battler and content creator and coach, that I know what he's gonna do. All right, so we got Walrein, or what he should do as well. So we're going to see the Walrein come into this matchup here. Obviously, Drapion needs to watch out for that Earthquake. It can one-shot, but it can put a lot of pressure here with Sludge Bomb and Crunch. So let's see if they get a shield early. No shield right there. Really glitchy thing happening, but they're going to go ahead and put up the shield to stop the Icicle Spear. Thankfully, or unfortunately, it wasn't the Earthquake there, but they are going to have to put a lot of pressure now with Crunch. They need to even out these shields if they want a chance to win this endgame, because we don't know what is going to be in the back, but it might just be a Drapion back there, seeing that same lead, same back line. So let's see what it's going to be. Icicle Spear, not enough damage to take out the Drapion, and here comes the second one. They're going to let it go, and they're probably going to be coming in and farming down with Defense Form Deoxys right here, unless they want to risk it with the Powder Snow farm down. No, it is going to be a Greedent in the backs. Okay, so definitely a different team, but double Psycho Boost right here is going to be a lot of neutral damage and chip damage that you definitely need in this matchup, and they do get a shield, so they're going to switch out right away into their Shadow Walrein to try to close this game out. Now, Greedent is thick, and it loves to spam charge moves, Body Slam, and Crunch. I'm surprised that one wasn't the Crunch to try to get the debuff there. But here comes the Icicle Spears. Thankfully, it's all neutral damage. They don't need to worry about building up to Earthquake. Even if the opponent swaps to catch the charge move here, it's still going to be neutral damage with Icicle Spears, so they are sitting pretty good. They're going to go ahead and let this next Body Slam go through. You got to still worry about the energy on Defense Form Deoxys as well that they have hidden in the back. Even though it did just throw a Thunderbolt, I think it has a little bit of excess energy, so there might be a Psycho Boost, maybe 1 or 2 counters away, just lurking there. So they're going to go ahead and let this next Body Slam go through. It's probably going to be enough to take out the Shadow Walrein. They're going to come in with Defense Form Deoxys and load up on energy. This is going to be so close, and the opponent swaps out. Oh, it's Walrein in the back. Sorry, not Defense Form Deoxys. Walrein in the back. That is my bad. And they're going to go ahead and go for the Psycho Boost here to take out the Greedent, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. My bad. There's so many battles going on right here. It's hard to sometimes keep track of all the Pokemon in the back. All right, Tapu Fini on the lead. Very interesting. Tapu Fini's going to do pretty well against this team, and they decide to swap out into Shadow Drapion, so they're going to go ahead and bring in the Shadow Walrein. Now, we saw this matchup in the last game, but it was reversed, right? We know that Crunch is going to be doing a lot of neutral damage, and if they can get that debuff as well, it's going to hurt. Now, they need to build up to Earthquake. Like I said before, when we saw the Greedent and the Walrein in the back, they didn't need to build up to Earthquake to put pressure with Icicle Spear. In this case, you want them to fear the one-shot while still being able to do a lot of neutral damage here with the Icicle Spear. So let's see if they get a shield. No shield. They're going to go ahead and go for the second one right away, but not before the Drapion can get off another Crunch. They're going to be forced to shield, but they're going to go ahead and let it go. That is so unfortunate. They had a lot of energy right there. They're going to come in with their own Drapion and load up on energy. This is a very good counterplay. If your opponent has 2 shields still, and you can load up on this much energy given the matchup, knowing that Crunch really isn't going to do that much damage. This much energy on Drapion is going to be a very positive thing for them. Even with the Scrafty coming in, we saw what it did, I believe, in game 1. Sludge Bomb does a lot of neutral damage, and it's going to be forcing those shields right here, especially since they can get to 2 so quickly, and we might see a swap out now in Defense Form Deoxys to draw back out that Tapu Fini, because it's going to be up to there's the swap. It's going to be up to Drapion to close this game out. Now, they go for Rock Slide right away. In that situation, I think one thing you want to do is definitely build up to the potential Thunderbolt, as it is a Water-type Pokemon, so you want to definitely make them fear that. But in this case right here, they've already given up. They have Rock Slide, so the opponent knows they probably have Rock Slide and Psycho Boost. There's going to be no shields going up right here, as it's going to be up to Scrafty to close this game out for the opponent. Now, they're going to go ahead and let this charge move go through. They got it. Oh, they're going to go ahead and shield the Surf. All right. Unfortunately, that was not a Moonblast, but it's going to be another Surf coming through. But thankfully, this is only going to do a small amount of neutral damage here in the matchup. And Defense Form Deoxys is in a unique position where they can get to 2 Psycho Boosts right here and put a lot of pressure. They're going to actually opt to go for the Rock Slide right here, trying to take out the Tapu Fini. And they do in time. So the Scrafty comes in, is going to be able to get off a charge move. But I think this is just Power Up Punch. It is just going to be Power Up Punch. They're going to be able to hang on. They're going to swap into Drapion here to finish off this game, as they will be able to get to the Sludge Bomb in time. But unfortunately for them, Scrafty is going to be able to shield and farm down with counter, as they do get... Oh, they decided to throw the charge move on a CMP tie. It is going to be the Power Up Punch, which means they're not going to be able to get enough energy right here. They got to go for the Psycho Boost. Oh my gosh, 2 counters right there. The Psycho Boost should do enough neutral damage to take it out. Let's see. Or resisted damage, I'm sorry. Forgot about the dark typing, double resist psychic, not single resist right there, but unfortunately not able to take that one. All right, Defense Form Deoxys versus Komo-o. This is going to be pretty interesting right here. They have a good answer in the back, and Komo-o with a lot of energy, you got to be careful about because of that close combat, especially against this team. Now, Dragon Tail is doing a lot of damage right here, that fast move. They're going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide here. This is going to be resisted because of that fighting typing, so no shield right there, and this is a very tough position to be in for Defense Form Deoxys because you're just going to be chunked by these Dragon Claws and Dragon Tails, and you really got at some point go for a Psycho Boost there to do a lot of burst damage if you can. They're going to go ahead and go for another Rock Slide, do as much chip damage. They do get a shield, and we're going to see a swap out right away into Shadow Walrein. Now, they have to fear the close combat, and they do, so they're going to go ahead and shield, but it's just going to be a Dragon Claw shield bait. Now, we do see a Registeel come in. Thankfully, the Shadow Walrein is ahead on energy, so it can get to the Earthquake in time. And this is going to do an incredible amount of damage. Obviously, you guys know Shadow Walrein versus Registeel, and the Registeel fears that, so they're going to go ahead and shield. Now, we don't know what is in the back just yet, but with all shields down for both players right here, this could get very dicey, but Shadow Drapion is still in a good position with shields down. They're going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake now. It's not going to do as much damage because of the Zap Cannon debuff that we saw earlier that they did shield, but it still does a good amount right there. And this is a good opportunity as the Focus Blast takes them out. Boom! They're going to come in with the Defense Form Deoxys and try to farm down. This is going to be so risky. They're going to have to go for the Rock Slide. Oof, that's unfortunate. You really in this situation want to farm down, but they're forced to. They cannot farm down, and the Registeel is going to be able to get off the charge move. So it's going to be up to Drapion. The opponent is going to swap out right away, but does Drapion have a decent set of matchups right here? It's going to be a Talonflame in the back, so that is not looking good, as Talonflame is going to be able to go for the Brave Bird, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played, as Shadow Drapion needed to get to 2 Sludge Bombs, as Brave Bird nearly one-shots right there. But they do get to the Sludge Bomb in time. I don't think this is going to be enough damage to take out the XL Talonflame. Oh, it is! Oh my gosh! Throw the charge move! Oh, that was so close! Oh, good game. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so we got Goodra on the lead. Oh man, okay, they're going to swap out right away into Drapion, and we do see Escavalier come in. Seeing Escavalier come into Drapion is your best bet in this situation, because you really don't want it aligned to Walrein, but they're going to be forced to shield the Drill Run right here, as they do want to at least put pressure on shields and health. Otherwise, that swap would have been worth nothing. So they're going to go ahead and go for the Crunch right here. They should be able to get to a second one in time to force that shield, and then Defense Form Deoxys could easily come in and farm down. They're going for the hard switch. Seeing them load up that much energy right there is a hard tell that they want to go for switch advantage right here, because they will be able to outpace the Escavalier to charge moves. Poison Sting to counter, Crunch to Drill Run, and they take it. The opponent gives up the Escavalier, and we do see the Goodra come back in, so they're going to be able to spam a couple more Crunches right here. Now, something in the back might still be a good counter to Walrein, so we'll have to watch out. Obviously, a Goodra lead is going to have protection back there for a potential Walrein lead, so it might be a second counter or a soft counter. So let's see what they decide to do. The Goodra fully farms down, and they're going to come in with the Defense Form Deoxys and load up on energy. Now, Goodra does have access to Power Whip, which is why they didn't bring in the Walrein, as it would have done super effective damage, but they're going to go ahead and swap out now, and sure enough, there is a Charizard in the back. So a soft counter right here, as they both do neutral damage to each other. So Escavalier was obviously going to be the hard counter. So that's a really good read on them, making sure they soaked the Power Whip there on Defense Form Deoxys, then unleash the Shadow Walrein. But this Blast Burn is going to be hurting right here. Oh my goodness. Nearly one-shots, but they do get to the Icicle Spear in time. Is the Charizard going to be giving up a shield? It's such a dicey situation. No, they decided no shield. It's going to be up to Goodra to try to close this game out, but it's only going to be countered down here, and Power Whip, as we saw, does not do enough damage to take out Defense Form Deoxys. Let's see if the Goodra can do anything, but no, I think the counter's going to be taken out, and they do get to double Psycho Boost in time. So Defense Form Deoxys is going to be taking this one. That was a really good read there in the late game. Like you guys saw, they decided, and the opponent decided no shield right there, because they already had to. They knew it was a good game. So we got Deoxys versus Deoxys. All right, we'll go back to that Goodra play. Seeing Goodra load up on that much energy, you gotta soak it on the Defense Form Deoxys, then bring in the Walrein like we saw. It's a really high-end play right there. All right, so we are in the mirror fight. We'll have to see. It's going to be Thunderbolt or Rock Slide here, but we know the strategy. You want to chunk this thing. It looks like a Rock Slide mirror. You want to chunk this thing as much as possible and store a charge move or a bit more, then swap out to Drapion to unleash Havoc. So let's see how this plays out. You also don't want this Defense Form Deoxys to be above 50%, because you want the Walrein as well in the back if they end up matching each other later in the game. To be able to eliminate it with an Icicle Spear relatively quickly. So getting this opponent into the yellow, maybe under sub 25%, is definitely ideal, and we do see that swap. They're under 25%, and this is exactly what you want to see. Now we are in the Walrein versus Drapion matchup right here, and Crunches, again, need to be respected. They do so much damage, and hopefully Drapion can successfully shield the Earthquake as well. So there's one. They're going to go for the sneaky Sludge Bomb right here. Usually a Walrein will not shield the second Crunch, so maybe they sneak this Sludge Bomb through. No, I think they shielded it right there. We will see a counter shield, and they shielded the Earthquake. That is huge for this matchup right now. They are going to be going for the hard switch if they can, as this Icicle Spear is definitely not going to be enough to take out the Drapion. But if they can eliminate a shield and load up on energy with Defense Form Deoxys, things are looking very good. They're going to have to throw the Crunch right now. They are one Poison Sting away from a second one, but can Walrein get to the next Icicle Spear in time? They decided to no-shield it, as they were at the charge move. So they're going to have to let this go. They need to come in and load up on energy, but are they going to come in with Walrein or Defense Form Deoxys? They come in with the Walrein, and it is a Alolan Muck right there. Reason why that Powder Snow down in the mirror fight would have gotten them so much energy that it didn't matter if Defense Form Deoxys came in, because it's under 25%. They could have done a lot, but a Sludge Wave does land. They're going to go ahead and go for the one-shot boom with the Earthquake right now. Are they going to shield? No! Boom! The Alolan Muck goes down, and we have a mirror fight right here. Remember, Walrein is low, but they're going to have to swap out right away, and they do. They're going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide. This is going to be extremely close endgame, but ultimately, XehrFelrose's Walrein has a bit more health, which is what it's going to come down to. They're going to go ahead and no-shield this charge move. This is going to be so risky right here. Rock Slide's not going to be enough to take it out, but they might just be able to counter down. Here comes the potential swap, and they do try to swap right there to catch it, but thankfully XehrFelrose hung on and is able to get to their own Rock Slide in time, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played as they counter each other down. Really good battle right there. All right, moving into, I believe, if I've done this correctly, this is going to be the final battle. We got Drapion on the lead. We're going to see the swap out right away, and we do see a Sirfetch'd come in. Sirfetch'd is such a deadly Pokemon, so strong in the Great League and Ultra League. Really strong, versatile moveset. Counters a fast move. Night Slash, Leaf Blade, Brave Bird. You really can't ask for anything better than that when it comes to move coverage across the meta. So they're going to go ahead and shield the Leaf Blade right there. Oh, it's unfortunate, but it's got to be done. They're going to go ahead and go for the Crunch now, trying to fish out a shield here from Sirfetch'd, as they do need to be fearing the Sludge Bomb, and they do get it. So 2 shields down and a defense drop. I think they're going to go for double shield and go for the farmed... Nope, they're going to let it go. They're going to let the Leaf Blade go through and get countered down. But they do get to another crunch in time that is huge. I didn't notice they were one fast move away, as that does a lot of damage, and we can see the Defense Form Deoxys come in and load up on energy. Even if this is a Night Slash right here, which it is, the super effective damage, not too much. They can fully farm down, and things are looking pretty good for the Walrein sweep, and it's going to be a Trevenant in the back. So we are going to get double booms here in this game, as Shadow Walrein is going to be able to get to the Earthquake in time. They're going to let this charge move go through, as they do need to fear the Seed Bomb there from Trevenant. But Earthquake right here, unshielded Drapion. You love to see it. Boom! One-shots the Drapion, and the Trevenant is going to be coming into these Icicle Spears, which still do an incredible amount of super effective damage, and that is looking to be a good battle. Very well played. Boom! Well, it didn't one-shot it, but you guys get the picture. They're going to go ahead and no-shield right here, as Defense Form Deoxys can close this game out with 1 Psycho Boost, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Again, I think this was the last one. Hopefully I got it correctly. I'm looking at my time on the video, and I think we are there. No, it was the second to last. Dang it. All right, so we got Defense Form Deoxys versus Escavalier on the lead. They obviously got to stay in right here. You can't swap in that Drapion to the Drill Run on Escavalier, and you can't swap in the Walrein either, because it is taking super effective damage from counter. So they need to worry about Mega Horn here in this matchup. Unfortunately, it was a Drill Run shield bait, but they do have access to Rock Slide, which is still going to do a decent amount of damage in this matchup. Let's see if they decide to shield. Even shields right now, 1-1, but these counters are really starting to add up, and the opponent decides to swap into a Alolan Muck, so they're going to go ahead and bring in the Shadow Walrein. Now, we saw how much damage the Sludge Wave did before, but I think that was... was it a Shadow? No, it wasn't a Shadow Muck before. Dark Pulse, still a lot of damage right there. Now, they're going to go ahead and go straight for the Earthquake. I love these Walrein Earthquakes. It just does so much damage. Come on, land. Boom! One shots a Muck. So far, Muck is 0 for 2 getting boomed in this video. Now, Escavalier is going to come in, but not before they can get to 1 more Icicle Spear in time, but they decided to throw energy. This is huge now for the Defense Form Deoxys matchup versus Escavalier, because now they are so far ahead on energy that 2 Rock Slides is going to be enough to get that final shield and take out the Escavalier. So here comes the first Rock Slide. No shielded, and they do get to the charge move in time. Even if this is Mega Horn, they're going to go ahead and let it go, as it's going to... Oh, boom! It one-shots it! And it's going to be a Gyarados in the back, a Dragon Breath Gyarados as well. So this is going to be a very close endgame. Reason being, Dragon Breath and Aqua Tail is so consistent and oppressive that Crunches and Sludge Bomb will not be able to one-shot. So Gyarados is going to be this is going to be such a close end game. They land the first one and they get the defense drop. That is huge for this matchup as they go for another Crunch right here, forcing the final shield of this game. Then it is going to be a race between Dragon Breath and Aqua Tail. Let's see who's going to get it. CMP tie. Now, is Aqua Tail going to be enough to take out the Drapion? No, it is not, and they have a good chunk of health right there, where if the Escavalier gets one counter off, it is not going to be enough damage, and Poison Sting, one tap, should take out Escavalier, and it does. What a beautiful way to end this game. If there's another battle, I'm completely off. We are good right there. So, huge congrats to XehrFelrose, doing so well and getting to Legend right there in the Ultra League with Defense Form Deoxys, Shadow Walrein, and Shadow Drapion. Huge congrats, man. Again, if you guys want to go check out his content, it's going to be linked down in the description. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This team is incredibly strong. Give it a try. Like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.